Brandis, the city is getting closer to a decision on allowing a scrap metal recycling plant to operate on the heavily industrial southeast side. It's prompted federal EPA and civil rights investigations and activism from local residents who say their neighborhood cannot withstand the pollution that they believe the new Southside Recycling facility will bring. And joining us now with more are Megan Cunningham, Managing Deputy Commissioner with the Chicago Department of Public Health, Jorge Perez, President of Lake Effect Community Development and a business consultant with Southside Recycling, and Olga Bautista, Executive Director of the Southeast Environmental Task Force. Welcome all of you to Chicago tonight. And just for our viewers, let's remind them, Southside Recycling, formerly known as General Iron, operated for decades in Lincoln Park until it closed in 2020 and announced this move to the southeast side. Olga Bautista, your group has been against this from the beginning. Remind us why.
Well, this neighborhood has already been overburdened by industry, and the mayor and CDPH recently said that in June said that racism is a public health crisis. This is not the family that's being relocated from the North Branch of the Chicago River to the southeast side. This is the third, and this is a legacy of systemic racism that we're seeing in the city of Chicago, and this is why we're so opposed to it, because our community has suffered enough.
And you're saying because it's a heavily Latino community on the southeast side. Megan, as we mentioned, the Chicago Department of Public Health is working with the Illinois EPA on the health impact assessment. What can you tell us about this report thus far and what you're looking for?
Sure. Thanks, Paris. So the City of Chicago and CDPH share Olga and other stakeholders' commitment to environmental justice. And we have been and we will continue to be steadfast in this process in our mission to protect public health, particularly for vulnerable communities, because we do believe that structural racism is a driver of the life expectancy gap in the City of Chicago. So our health impact assessment is a process that we are working hand in hand with the United States EPA to conduct to really evaluate the potential effects of this permit application. And in this case, we really are trying to make central the concerns of the community, those interests that are both concerns about environmental justice as well as interest in business and economic development. And the HIA is a process that will allow us to really explore and better understand and to quantify those effects to help us make an informed decision on the permit that promotes health and environmental justice.
And as we understand, that report is going to come out sometime early next year. Jorge Perez, General Iron, it operated within air pollution limits for the most part, although had a lot of complaints up there in Lincoln Park. There was a fire in recent years. There was lots of soot that came down that we saw in sidewalks in the neighborhood. So how is this compound on the southeast side going to be different?
Well, Paris, it's considerably different because it's not that facility. One thing that folks get confused here is that they envision a 1950s era type technology being installed here, and that clearly isn't the case. I think what you see here is an integration of new technology, of tech in this new facility, and it's a completely different facility and operation than what was up on the north side. That gets confused because this area is actually, there's a bigger question here to ask. The bigger question to ask is what do you do with an old industrial steel mill site? And these steel mills that once were here for almost 100 years took advantage of the river system, the rail system, the logistics and transportation attributes of this area to grow. And this community grew around it. And as a result, they were able to build the country. I think we're renewing that and developing and readapting that use for the next 100 years.
All right, and Olga, I want to address that with you in just a second, but there's supposed to be a community meeting with CDPH tomorrow on this. There's been a lot of confusion about when and where it's taking place. So what do you hope to come of this meeting?
Well, I mean, first I just want to address Jorge because, when his clients' rights to operate in our neighborhood begin, our rights to breathe clean air end, and it's just a fact. They're going to be putting out emissions. It is not going to be emissionless. Okay, they are getting permitted to put out emissions.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
No
This
emissions
is
are
part
coming. Okay.
This is
So there's no,
part of the
your
hysteria that they
your
irresponsibly put out there
permit,
to make it
your
seem
IEPA
that they
permit
will be
did
the
not-
sole
did
source.
not-
All right, Olga, I want to let
all
you
these
continue,
detriments to the
Olga.
community.
Olga,
You're
I want
wrong,
to let you
Olga.
continue.
You're wrong.
All right, so you two disagree on that, but Olga, there is a community meeting where this will ostensibly come up tomorrow. What do you want to come from that meeting?
Okay, so, the omitting the community entirely from the critical first 3 steps of the HIA when they were doing scoping, screening, and assessment.
You're saying the health impact assessment.
Is a terrible way to start, first of all. We did not have any input on how this process was going to take place. What's really sad is that the city actually has great practices for doing community engagement, like when they do participatory budgeting, when we're doing the We Will city planning, the environmental equity working group, where we identify principles and values first, when we identify goals first together. They didn't do this time. They completely left us out. And then the information that they're putting out in the first meeting is failing to address the critical deficiencies in the data collection analysis that grossly underrepresents the health and environmental burdens on the southeast side.
All right, Megan Cunningham.
That is huge.
And I want to have Megan address that. So has the public been involved adequately in this, Megan? And just could you address Olga's points there?
Yeah, I want to first thank Olga because the critiques that we hear from our stakeholders in this process help us to improve. And we, in fact, have been making changes to this process as we go in response to that feedback. But fundamentally, I would say that the community has been intimately involved in this permitting process. CDPH has been looking at this permit application for more than a year. And as part of that process, we've held 2 large-scale community town hall meetings. We had an extended comment period where we took over 4,000 comments that we have systematically reviewed. We've also been doing daily media and social media monitoring so that we have our finger on the pulse of community concerns and considerations. And all of that may have predated formally kicking off the HIA process, but it was fundamental to designing and to scoping this work. That said, the reason that we're now conducting these series of engagement sessions is we think we can do more and we can do better. And that is our commitment, starting as soon again as tomorrow, when we look forward to meeting with over 250 people who have registered for the session, precisely to share this kind of feedback so that it can be incorporated as a critical input to the HIA.
All right, so Jorge, obviously you and Olga disagree on what the emissions will be here. So tell me, what will the emissions be from this new plant of particulate matter and other pollutants that are linked to breathing problems, lung problems, asthma?
Well, to attribute all of those to one source is actually irresponsible as well. There is no, they're not even operating now, and they're throwing out all of these, I call it alternative facts of what they should be looking at, what CDPH is looking at, and that's just completely wrong. We went through all that. The PM10 was one standard, the PM 2.5 was another standard. And this facility will exceed all of those requirements. What is fascinating is that every time there is a new requirement or even part of this HIA, the activists out here seems to, very similar to a child, if their tantrums are loud enough, somehow they believe that then the city will then turn around and do exactly what they say. But these are guidelines that are based in science and facts, and the CDPH, the IEPA, those regulations that are put out there, this facility is meeting those and will exceed those. And you got to remember, this is a recycling facility. 70% of steel in the United States is made from recycled products. If we want to build back better, if we want to build our infrastructure, if we want to put people back to work and do it properly, steel has to come from somewhere. It's clearly not going to come from overseas. We all have gone through this whole supply chain dilemma. This is what you need to redevelop a community and help rebuild this country.
All right, so Jorge, what you're saying is this facility will be below the standards on particulate matter emissions. Olga, also the facility is supposed to be indoors mostly, as Jorge said, below those standards, and it's tucked away on the Calumet River. It's I would say probably a half a mile or so from residential areas from being down there.
14 football fields away from the nearest home, Paris.
All right, so are those protections adequate?
It depends where you start measuring, George. Come on, let's be honest. If you start measuring from the end of the Calumet River,
it's 14 football fields.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
Olga, I just want to have
and
I
every
just-
single
I would just
day,
like to
every single day,
note,
there's
though,
people
that the
buying
HIA
homes
is
on the
meant
east
to
side and
really
Hegwich
bring-
every single day.
I would
It's
like
not
to
a
say the
low-income
HIA is really
community.
meant to bring rigorous science to inform exactly this debate. You know, we can know some answers
Right.
to these questions about the level of emission and on the community health impact. And that is what we are committed to doing as part of this report, is being transparent about the methods for measuring these impacts and to use that, bring it to bear to the decision ultimately
All right.
on the permit.
All right, so
Okay,
we will
really
await that
quick,
health
and-
impact
And
assessment.
Ferris, you
Megan
got to
also
understand,
knows-
people
I'm
are
sorry, I'm
buying
sorry.
homes every single day on the
Megan.
east side and in
Olga, I'm
Hegwich.
going to give you a couple
The
seconds and
value
then
of
we have
homes
to
that
end. We're out of
keep
time,
going-
but
keeps going up.
Olga, just a very quick response.
Okay, just really quick. You know, the particulate matter and lead are two pollutants which science has not identified effects thresholds. Okay, so to be adding more lead and more particulate matter into the air.
You don't
that's
All right,
know
we're
that.
going to have to leave it there. I'm sorry, we're going to have to leave it. We will await that health impact
don't know
assessment.
that,
Hopefully we'll
Olga.
have,
Stop
it will
making
have
it up.
answers to this. All right, and our thanks to Megan Cunningham, Jorge Perez, and Olga Bautista. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.